It's a new year, but COVID continues to be a problem that seems like it just won't go away. A now slain gunman opened fire at Robb Elementary School, killing almost 24 people, in which the majority were school children. Carjackings are on the rise here in Delaware as suspects are waiting for people to begin pumping their gas or filling up their tires at local convenience stores and gas stations, such as this Wawa right here behind me. The FBI has identified 6 persons of interest in this matter, but have not yet found the suspects responsible for the threat against Delaware State University. Dr. Gant says that students and faculty will determine the success of it by giving feedback, and the curriculum will begin in the fall of 2022. This is an issue that has threatened the United States' response to COVID and continues to prevent Americans from getting vaccinated. The program will benefit more than 100 Drexel Newman Academy students, and they'll have the opportunity to work directly with Comores experts, both inside and out of the classroom. The mixer giveaway got students very excited, but so did another simple task that they did in their virtual culinary arts class. Many tenants on the 800 block of North Adams Street were enraged after coming home from work Monday afternoon to find red and yellow posters taped to their doors stating that their homes are now condemned. This all started because of a wall collapse right here between these 2 buildings, which prompted officials from License and Inspection to come out and further investigate.
Because of the structural issues, the buildings were deemed unsafe. And we had to post that. As far as the eviction, we cannot allow people to stay in unsafe structures.
All fingers, including city officials like 4th District Council member Michelle Harley, are being pointed at the landlord, A.J. Picorni.
So when the cops got here, at first they was initially out here because the residents start blocking AJ in because AJ was trying to leave. And from that incident to the cops blocking all the residents from going back inside the apartments because they was going in and out, and like the elderly residents, they didn't come out at all, but the cops made them come out and leave. It was just sad.
In her statement, Harley says she voted yes to the housing legislation back in 2021. The legislation she's referring to is the blight bill that was passed by Wilmington City Council in February of 2021. The ordinance was set in place to hold landlords accountable for unfixed code violations.
Not placing any blame on the city. I think it's solely on the landlord. We do need to hold him accountable, but I think that the city could have done a better job of preparing for what was happening to the residents.
So where are they now? Many of the displaced tenants were placed at the Newcastle County Hope Center, while others were put right here at the Fairview Inn Motel.
Where the families are staying, at least 8 of those families, is a deplorable motel. I just left there. It is roach infested. There are bed bugs. The bedding was dirty.
Tavana Jordan, her fiance and 2-year-old disabled child had to move abruptly into the motel, and she is concerned about what the future holds.
I'm a very good tenant. I pay every time I'm supposed to pay. And at the end of the day, if I have things that need to be taken care of in my home, I expect them to get taken care of. All my bills were paid for the month, so as of yesterday, it's like I have to pull funds out of nowhere to figure out where I'm going to go because of this man's neglect.
Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings announced today that the Department of Justice will be launching an investigation into what they're calling recidivist Wilmington landlord Adolph J. Picorni, who is now being cited for 372 code violations. On the 800 block of North Adams Street in Wilmington, Delaware, I'm Kaylynn Pride. This past weekend, the Wilmington Public Library celebrated their 100th anniversary with a bang. Dancing with the Delaware Stars featured local well-known Delawareans who trained hard to bring down the house for the sold-out event. Choreographer, dancer, actor, director, and producer Darian DeWitt Henson hosted the event, and the special guest and performer of the evening was none other than singer-songwriter Kenny Lattimore. The competition featured a panel of judges including Ray Jones Avery, Executive Director of the Christiana Cultural Arts Center, and Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall Long.
I am so excited to be a judge. As someone who grew up doing choreography and dance, I am thrilled to be here. There's nothing more important than the arts, raising funds for our library. That is front and central.
The whole experience was unique. It was magical. It was inspirational. It was just wonderful.
I had the chance to catch up with one of the choreographers, Brandy Moore, who shared her experience about working and choreographing for 3 different couples.
Dance with the Stars Delaware was so much fun choreographing for it. It was a bit of a challenge teaching people who don't have that much dance experience, but it was a really fun time.
Co-anchor of DTV News, Lauren Wilson, was one of the featured stars of the night who trained under Brandy and strut her stuff on the dance floor. As contestants shimmied and shake the night away, the anniversary gala ended with a Soul Train line of celebration. Delaware Dancing with the Stars was definitely a night to remember, and we hope to see it again around this time next year. At the Wilmington Public Library with DETV, I'm Kaylynn Pride.